welcome to my 300 videos episode or whatever. But let's start with greetings. Come on, this might be the thing, but we're gonna start with greetings. Hello, my name is Daniel. I'll be your host.
Guy in the chair.
And for today's episode of Spooky Animation, we're gonna be watching true pet horror stories. So let's get ready to enjoy. So enjoy.
This is a true story about what a Japanese monk experienced when he was a college student. He was a student in the Buddhist department of a university in Saitama. His father was a monk, but he was the second son and didn't have a temple to inherit. So he enrolled in the Buddhist department and lived in a dorm for Buddhist students. It wasn't an easy lifestyle because he had to keep up with his studies and train to be a monk at the same time. He was very tired of the daily routine of waking up at 5 a.m., getting water sprayed, chanting Buddhist scriptures, going to school, etc. To relieve stress, he would take a walk around the university dorm, but there was no entertainment facilities around the dormitory, and there was nowhere to chill. There was a pet shop about 4 kilometers away, so he would go there with a friend to relieve stress. One day, he was playing with a big dog and taking pictures. Then suddenly, the owner came out from inside the shop angrily saying, "Who told you to take pictures?" and scolded him. "You didn't take pictures of people, did you?" The monk was taking pictures with a disposable camera at the time, and he was so frightened that he told the owner that he didn't take pictures of people, but he would just give him the camera anyway. The owner replied that it was okay if he didn't need to take pictures of other people. The monk apologized one last time in Kansai dialect, and then was scared and wanted to go home. But suddenly, the owner's attitude changed dramatically. He asked where he was from, and when the monk said he was from Kyoto, he said he was from there too, and seemed to be delighted. He wanted to chat and led him to a small house next to the pet shop and told him stories about himself. He used to run a pachinko parlor, and he was happy to meet someone from his hometown and asked the monk to be his friend. When he realized that the monk was a Buddhist student at the nearby university, he even made him a job offer. "Can you help me with my pet shop and walk the dog for 15 minutes twice a week and talk to me in our dialect afterwards?" He offered to pay him 150,000 yen, which is about $1,100 for the job, which sounded like an amazing offer. So the monk took the job. However, his friend stopped him because he thought it was weird. So he told the man that he would ask his dorm teacher first and then decide. The man said okay and brought out some canned coffee to let them choose one. The monk picked a can and his friend refused. When he got back to the dorm, he asked the teacher about the job. The teacher got really mad at him because even though he was studying Buddhism, he still had that greed inside him. The monk went back to the pet shop to decline the job offer. The man said he understood and brought out some canned coffee again, making him choose one. The monk chose one, drank it, and returned to the dorm. After that day, the monk was busy and didn't go to the pet shop. Eventually, he had to move to Tokyo, so he went to the pet shop one last time to say goodbye to the man. The man was very sorry to hear the news because it was the last time. He brought out several canned coffees and let him choose one. The monk chose one and drank it on the spot. Then the man suddenly asked, "You said you were a monk. Is there a real God or Buddha?" The monk replied that he was practicing because he believed so. When he heard the answer, he offered him another can of coffee. The monk refused and left. That was the last time they ever met. 3 years later, the monk in Tokyo received a phone call from his dorm teacher telling him that the pet shop owner was a serial killer. The owner of the pet shop was responsible for a series of murders that caused an uproar in Japan at the time, and one of his murder philosophies was to kill those who are greedy. The teacher told him this and said that if he had accepted that part-time job back then, he would have died. The monk was creeped out by the call, and he later learned something else from an article. When the serial killer was interviewed in jail, he told the reporter that he thinks there is a God or Buddha. The reporter asked him why, and he said, "I used to own a pet shop in Saitama, and I killed a guy. Then a monk came to visit, and I served him coffee. With 4 out of 5 cans poisoned and 1 unpoisoned. The monk came back 3 times, and all 3 times he chose the non-poisoned one. I even offered him another can at the last time, but he refused. Maybe there really is a God. Maybe he was protected by a God.
Hey guys, real lucky. There must be God if he chose right every time, 3 times, and he chose and kept choosing. But hey, I hope you all believe in something out there. I believe Christ, but that's just me. We're America. Everybody's allowed to do whoever you want. But don't forget to like it, comment down below, and then finally subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified every time I post a new video and share. Thanks for the 300 videos, but later, bye-bye.